Hey everybody, welcome back to Logo Rankings. My name is Hayden, and here on Logo Rankings, in honor of the upcoming season, I will be giving out my rankings and how I think the top 5 leagues will be finishing. Today is La Liga, so let's go ahead and get into it.
Ya tenemos claro lo que va a hacer, buscar el tanto del empate. Rioja, sigue Rioja, se apoya Joselu, la tiene Rioja, Rioja, que gol.
Our lowest promoted team, Alaves, coming up from the Segunda Division. They have signed Blanco, Guerva, and Maros, but they let Lejeune go. They're in the negatives, 4.8 million euros. Yes, all of these numbers are in euros. And I just see them getting sent right back down. I know they've had La Liga experience in the last few years, but I don't know. I don't think they've done enough to stay up for this entire season. Joining Alaves on their way down, I have Almeria. They were in La Liga last year, finishing 17th, just above the drop. They have brought in Suarez and Gonzalez, but have let Suarez and Maras go. They're in the positive 17 million. They have, and that is 17 million this window. They have what it takes to reinvest. I hope that they do, because if they do not, I do not see them staying in La Liga for yet another season.
Apertura la completa el capitán para que Pejiño se venga de nuevo para adentro. Pejiño amenaza, y le pega Pejiño. ¡Qué golazo!
Our last team to be sent directly down into the Segunda Division will be Las Palmas. They finished second last season in Segunda. They have brought in Ramirez and Escatel. They're in a negative 1.4 million euro hole right now. I'm not sure they can make it happen and stay up in La Liga this season, so I see them getting sent directly back down.
Alex Fernandez. Ter Stegen stays. Well, he keeps it out, but not for long. Lucas Perez.
The first team managing to stay up finished 14th last season is Cadiz. They have brought in Escalante and Guardiola, but they let Bangdogda go, so they're in a positive 3.5 million euro balance, so they could bring some more people in by the time this transfer window is closed. I really hope they do, because they're kind of toting that line. They finished 14th last year, like I said, but I have them in 17th this year.
Contra uno, le va a acompañar Neva. Machis se va hacia adentro. Sigue Machis buscando a golazo.
The first of our newly promoted teams to stay in, we have Granada. All right, they brought in Weizmann and Diadu, let Butski go. They're in a negative $3.7 million hole, or million euro hole. I'm not sure they have what it takes to continually put money in, but I think they can manage to hold on in 16th place and get another season in La Liga the next year.
Aaron Barry takes it, and the header and the goal, the equaliser, and it's Enes Ünal again, 7th goal since the turn of the year.
And here in 15th place, we have our 15th place finisher from last year, Getafe. They have brought in Alderete and Porto. Nobody's left, so they've got negative 7.5 million euros. I see them as being done for this window, and I don't see those additions being able to take them from 15th up to even the top half of the table, so I'm just going to leave them there at 15th.
El conjunto visitante, ataque Cubo, amaga con tirar, el disparo.
This is one of those results that I think people are going to be a little bit surprised by. I know they finished 4th last year. I have them drop in 10 places. No key incomings. They lost Porto, Guerva, and Senyon. They have 6.3 million euros just from this window to play with, but with the contention they have in the Champions League this upcoming season, I don't know. I don't think they have what it takes. I think they'll drop 10 places in La Liga. So.
Oscar el pase la deja pasar ahora el Celta, está Larsen, está también Carlas Pérez, el latigazo, qué golazo Abri Veiga.
Here we have a big jump from 13th last year to 13th this year. Celta Vigo has brought in Perez and Dotor, but they've let Pineda, Guillaume, Fernandez, and Blanco go. They have 8 million euros to play with just from those sales. So they could bring in more people before this transfer window is over, but I don't see them. They were kind of lackluster last year, you know, so they would have to bring in some big time changes, and they don't have that much money to play with, so I'll leave them there at 13.
Ojo, Dani Rodríguez en posición de extremo, poniendo la pelota para Muric y el remate.
¡Gol! ¡Qué golazo!
So we have a team here who punched a little bit over their weight last year, but they have sold their big producer in Lee. They've signed Vander Hayden and Morales and Mascaral, but that Lee's selling to PSG, I do believe, is who they sold him to. That's a big time. That's going to hurt. So that's why I have them dropping down to 12th from 9th last year.
Cortés García avanza hacia Rorro, Riquelme que se busca marchar con maestría, el disparo de Rorro, ¡qué golazo! ¡Qué golazo Riquelme! ¡Qué golazo Riquelme!
Girona, I also have them falling one spot down to 11th from 10 last year. They brought in Herrera Martin. They got Blind and Gazagana for free. They lost Romeo and Tarats, so they are actually still in the negatives for Euros. They could go and get some more signings before the end of the window, but I'm not sure if they will. But yeah, it's just a one-place drop from 9th to 10th this upcoming year.
Square to Yunus Musa. Delicate with the pass. Lino! Oh, yes!
So I have Valencia getting back up into the top half of the table. Right at the top half of the table. I have them finishing 10th. They had a really bad year last year. They finished 16th, right? But they brought in Askakar and Pebelu. They lost Sainz, so they've used a little bit of money, 9.6 million euros in the hole. But I think last year was a fluke, and I think it was an exceptionally bad year, so I have them finishing in 10th. Right ahead of them, I have Villarreal, who did finish 5th last year, but they lost Sorloth Tarats. I know Sorloth was a big contributor to their goal tally last year, but they brought in Sorloth and Tarats. So they let Jackson, Torres, Chukwueze, Dia, Danjuma, Morales, and Martin go. They have a ton of money to play with, but I need them to reinvest it. Chukwueze and Jackson are going to be hard to replace. I need them to reinvest that ton of money that they have, and then maybe they can get a little bit higher.
Aymar Oro, se incorpora Moy. Buena. Ahí está Moy para buscar puerta.
Another drop, we have Osasuna dropping from 7th down to 8th. They have not brought in anybody. They have not let anybody go. So that's the stagnation. I have them going down to 8th.
Se está intentando animar un poquito el Rayo. Ojo ahí sí, Palazón que busca su segundo disparo.
After an 11th place finish last year, I have Rayo Vallecano breaking up into 7th, up into the top half of the table. They have brought in Lejeune, but have let Garcia go, so they're in a negative $2.5 million hole. But, you know, I have a feeling that they're going to just kick it into high gear a little bit, jump up into 7th. Welcome back to European football. Athletic Bilbao. You finished 8th last year. I have you jumping up, getting into that Conference League spot, finishing 6th. I know they lost Martinez and Zaraga, but they haven't brought anybody in. They have an even balance, so there's still space to bring some people in. I think they are going to take a leap of 2 different teams, end up in 6th place, and have European football. Sevilla, you finished 12th last year. I have you getting back into your favorite competition, the Europa League. All right, so they have brought in Bade for 12 mil and then let Bekic go for 2. So they're in a negative 10 million euro hole, but this is a pretty large club. They still have space to bring some more in. I think they're going to get back into those European places. I think 12th was a bad year. They'll be back in form this year. We have ourselves a decent-sized jump up into 4th from 6th last year. I like the signings of Bellerin, Perez, Bartra, and Collado. It makes it even better that they didn't spend a single transfer penny on any of those guys. They let Canales, Lainez, and Gonzalez go, so they got 20.5 million euros to play with just from this window. I can see them making that leap into Champions League football.
Barrios, he went through on goal, but Ortega smothered it. And then the shot goes in, and now they do lead, and it's Memphis Depay.
Atletico Madrid. You finished 3rd last year. Have you finished in 3rd yet again? You lost Cunha, Lodi, and Kondogbia, but you did finally get Griezmann in on a real transfer. Gatan, Mourinho, and Azpilicueta. That's a big addition, especially for free. So, I mean, you pretty much brought in replacements for everybody that you lost. So it's a 0 net for me, even though your books say you have 43.3 million euros left. But I'm not sure you did enough to leapfrog Barcelona or Real Madrid, finishing 3rd.
Power for the crosses.
De Jong with the ball over the top. Rafinha with a header, and Barcelona have taken the lead. It's heartbreak for Osasuna because
everybody knows that Barcelona has financial issues, and I think those financial issues are going to keep them from getting their hands on the trophy for a 2nd year in a row. I know they won it last year, but don't see it this year. They only brought in Romeu. They lost Griezmann, Gonzalez, and Trincao. I don't see it finishing 2nd.
Viene Modric, el disparo.
¡Dentro! ¡Golazo!
And your 2023-2024 La Liga champions are going to be Real Madrid. They bring in Bellingham, Güler, who actually is currently injured, Garcia and Joselu, losing Blanco, Benzema, and Asensio on free. They spent the money. I think they're going to get their hands on the title this year. They do have some questions up top, but I think if anybody can figure it out, it's going to be these guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, making it this far. If you made it this far and you liked the video, make sure to give us a like, follow, send it to your friends, head down in the comments, tell me what I got wrong. And yeah, I mean, this is just part 2 of 5, so be on the lookout for those ones upcoming on the rest of the top 5 leagues in Europe. Also, go check out the Premier League video if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.